Alright, welcome back everybody. We're just gonna start this right here on the water. I started very late today and I shouldn't have, but I'm going to try and see what I can find for early season panfish. The water is warming up and yeah, everything should start moving around right about now. So hopefully the next thing you guys see is something jumbo for panfish. Usually I can find some big perch or some big bluegills right now. Once in a while I stumble onto the white bass and we do that, but my main thing is perch, bluegills, or even crappie if I can find those. So let's catch some fish. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with like a half of a red worm on just a fixed bobber in some shallow water. I'm only in like 5-6 feet of water here. I'm just gonna bounce around making cast and see what we can find. Basically got to try and figure out where they're at because I have not fished this lake in a while, so we will see. Oh. I wasn't paying attention. My bobber went down. I just broke off on a northern pike. I saw him down there and grab it. Oh, you little crap. Well, at least he cut it clean. Okay, so I'm seeing a little bit of activity in the shallows here. Finally, it's taken about 3-4 hours. You guys didn't see any of that, but I'm gonna throw this paddle tail around on my I have my Apex Elite medium, I think that's medium light. It's a fast tip. I use this for my jerk baits and stuff like that, but it also works really good for throwing these light jig heads. Just a simple paddle tail, plastic. Keep it simple in the springtime. Throw that around, catch pretty much everything that swims. But I was seeing some big smallmouth and other bigger fish, so I figured I'd give this a try. Crappie will eat this too. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I have these pouches. I just call them tackle bags. They work out pretty good for color coordination of your plastics. You see those little pouches fit in here. Most plastic bags will fit in here, but it's nice because you can just toss this in your backpack and go. Everything will be linked down below if you guys want to pick up some merch. Okay, so one of the fun things about the springtime is that this water, this lake specifically, is usually very dirty, and for whatever reason it'll stay clear for a good portion of the spring until we get some really nasty weather, and I can sight fish some fish like right there. I think that's a smallmouth, or yeah, there's a couple. I don't know if you guys can see them. A couple of fish down there. Hard to point out, but yeah, it's really fun in the spring. Just go out sight fishing and be able to see what you're targeting with your eyes. I just use my sight fishing glasses and keep an eye out for stuff. The big thing is getting out of the wind so you can actually see through the water. Okay, so every once in a while I'm seeing what looks like giant drum, like freaks, and yeah, I brought some chunks brought some night crawlers along just in case I see anything that's big that's hard to get to hit artificial. Drum will eat artificial lures. They will smack the crap out of a crankbait and stuff, but when the water's a little cold, they're a little more finicky. But I want to try and get one of these giants that I keep seeing. They're so fun to catch when they're in the spring because they're going to be as big as they're ever going to get. Oh, I'm also seeing some really big smallmouth. I just saw a giant smallmouth. I just want to catch some big fish and have some fun today. It's a nice day out, and we're not going to get too many of these over the next couple weeks, so got to take advantage of it while you can. Fish on. Friggin' northern pike. You guys didn't see it, but like I've lost like 4 jigs now. Did I finally find them? Oh, I did. I found the slabs. They're still spawning. Holy crap. Look at this girl. She's not even that long, but she's round. Like an 11-inch fish. Let her go do her thing. Well, that's a good start. Little fat girl. Let's see if there's any really big ones around. So there's a little piece of structure here that I'm fishing. I'm just using my slip bobber and red worm right now. Works pretty good for just about everything in the spring. So we're gonna see what else we can find here. Okay, I'm gonna try and throw this little pedal tail around a little bit out here. See if there's any other active crappie. Yep. Very, very big active crappie. Holy crap, that's a big one. I have to throw that one on the bump board. That's what I'm talking about. So a lot of people think this thing's too big. Not for that mouth. Let's see. About 13 and a half. Fat little pig. Get back down there. I don't think you could hit the pre-spawn any closer. I think any closer and these things will start popping. Yeah, that thing feels like a tank. I don't think that's a crappie. What are you? I think that's a northern. Something big, that's for sure. Probably down there eating the crappies. What are you? Gotcha. That was a pretty magical little flip I did. If I do say so myself. I just want my jig back. Like a 26-inch northern on 6-pound test. Man, those things are spunky in cold water. Well, I mean, that was fun, but that was a very dangerous fish. I don't know how that thing didn't bite through my line. because my hook was deep in its mouth and it had all its teeth. But yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna cut that off and retie, because there's no sense in losing a giant crappie because I was being lazy. So there's your friendly reminder. Always retie after a big pike bite your jigs. There we go. Finally get another one. Yep. Slabs for days. How big is this one? 12. Not a bad fish. 12 and 13's not bad, but I need to, I think this season so far I've got a 13 and a half, or maybe a 14. So, trying to beat that. My personal best is 16. So that would be amazing if I could get a 16. Just got to keep trying. I think I bit the tail off of this thing. Another one. Not as big though. There's a male. Ooh. You can tell because he's a little darker than those other ones. That's a big crappie. That's a big crappie. Just a big 12 and a half. But she's full of eggs. Go on. Was that like 6, 7 crappie off of the same spot? Got another one. God, it's so cool seeing these guys in the clear water like this. Well, there's a legit 13. Giant football. There we go. That's a giant. Look how round she is. She's a football. Just before the spawn, so I'm gonna get her back as soon as I can here. But I just wanted to show you guys this thing. This thing's so cool. I've gotten a couple of them this big, but we still got to beat that 14 this year. All right, let me get this back. Okay, so that was like a 2-pounder. That was 13 inches. I will take that. Big crappies out here aren't easy to come by. Every once in a while I'll run into them. I'll fish structure all day long. It doesn't matter. Some structure will just magically have all the crappies on it one year, and the next year they won't have anything on it. So I've been very lucky with finding them on this one today, because what you guys didn't see is I fished and trolled around for probably 6-7 hours, and yeah, now I'm gonna beat up on these crappies a little bit more before I gotta go. But thumbs up for big fat jumbo slabs. I hope to find some bigger ones. I have a few ideas this year. Comment below if I should chase crappies all the way into summer here, because I have a few lakes where I think if I can find them suspended in the winter, or suspended in like the bowls or in the basins, I might be able to find some 15-16 inch crappies. And then, like I said, the goal is to try to beat 16 inches, because that's my personal best right now. But keep your fingers crossed for me. We get some giants now. Another one. That is such a fun thing to do. Oh man. I forget how thick these things are. Probably shouldn't swing them even on 6-pound test. Well, that one wasn't going anywhere. Another jumbo female. Kind of wonder where all the males are. Usually there's some males around. I haven't seen one yet though. Well, no, I take that back. I've seen one male so far. But so far it's been it's like 6 or 7 of those big round females to one male that was not even that big. So kind of curious where they're at. Okay, it's amateur hour. I wasn't recording on the hook set, but I think I found some crappie weeds, and yeah, we're about to beat on these guys, because that is a spawning black crappie. That's awesome. Next time I'll get the hook set. Okay, so about 50 yards out there's a line of weeds. Probably last year's weeds, but they're still standing. And I made some cast over them and kept getting bites, so I slowed it down the last time, and that guy smoked it. So let's see if there's any bigger ones in there. I'd really love to get a 14-15 that was all tuxedoed out. It's one of the coolest looking things that those fish end up doing. But yeah, one of the simplest things you can do is really just yo-yo it back across some weeds in the spring, and if there's a crappie around, they have a hard time resisting. And I'm still just using that paddle tail. I'll link this stuff below. It's just a 1/16 ounce jig, and then I think that's just a silver white or something like that. I'll find this one and I'll put it down below for you guys in the description. Everything you guys can pick up to help the channel out is down in the description. Plus, like I said, I'll list everything I'm using, make it so you guys can do it too. All right, let's stick another one. There we go. What is that? Oh no! Wrong species. God, you guys are everywhere today. Don't bite my line. Don't bite my line. Ugh. The day of snakes. Give me it back. Gone. Alright guys, that wasn't supposed to happen. I was being preoccupied, and I'm about to get run over by a storm, and I have a long ways to run across the lake still and get home. Hopefully, keep your fingers crossed for me, my boat doesn't end up filled with water. Doesn't like that. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's little crappie slam, and yeah, get out there and chase some crappie this year, and then comment below. Should I chase them throughout the year I like to do the spring, like early summer thing. And then usually when it gets really hot out, I do a lot of river fishing because I like walking around in rivers. But yeah, I don't know. Comment below. Chase more crappies this year?